Now, are you a member of the cooperative movement? And if so, how much money do you have saved in your SACCO? Your membership and savings are the reason that Kenya's cooperative movement is now ranked the best in Africa and 7th in the world. Official government data indicates that SACCOs today have a membership of more than 14 million people, accounting for more than 30% of the country's total savings. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives is developing a plan to tap into SACCO's strengths and business models so as to make Kenya an industry-driven economy. Cooperatives have been called upon to invest in value addition, especially agricultural SACCOs, so as to create employment. The Cooperatives PS said that the ISO certification ceremony for Ukulima SACCO, as well as the launch of its strategic plan.
The SACCO has mobilized total savings to the tune of more than 600 billion Kenyan shillings, which represents about 32% of the national savings in our country. The total asset base, on the other hand, is more than Kenya shillings 800 billion.
There are 22,000 cooperatives in the country, boasting of 14 million members who have mobilized 600 billion shillings in savings. The growth has however come with its challenges as some SACCOs have not complied with the set prudential guidelines putting members' savings at risk. To this end, a notice given to SACCOs requiring them to put their house in order expired last month, and the fate of those who failed to comply is to be sealed by Friday next week.
We have received returns of those cooperatives that are not performing in line with Section 62, which says that if a cooperative has not filed its returns in more than 3 years, it stands to be dissolved. If the membership of the cooperative society has failed below the numbers, which is 10, it stands to be dissolved. If it's not meeting its objectives, it stands to be dissolved. So using that notice, we are now cleaning up our register. In fact, if you check, I hope next week, on Friday, we have actually sent the initial list of the cooperatives that you are going to deregister. Of course, because of law, we must give them a given time frame where they can either raise issues so that if there are any issues we can address.
Cooperative societies were encouraged not to limit themselves and spread their wings by investing in other untapped sectors of the economy, such as housing and mining.
Our urban regeneration program, the 4,000 acres that we have in the Eastlands that we'll be working on, they are welcome to discuss with us so that they can be participants in the reconstruction of what you call economic housing units, like the ones we are already investing in. The tenders have been given out at a total cost of 200 billion.
Until recently, cases of mismanagement and embezzlement of SACCO members' cash were rampant, prompting the government intervention through tough laws in order to tame rogue managers and directors. This has helped the cooperative movement register growth.
The SACCO subsector in Kenya today has over 6,000 active registered cooperatives, which have mobilized deposits to the tune of over 600 billion Kenyan shillings, with an asset base of over 870 billion Kenyan shillings.
We have grown, we are stepping on one another's toes. We are saying there is money and people are willing to contribute towards their SACCOs for borrowing and investment. How can we move to the next level?
Accusations of bad governance is slowly emerging with the recent case of UN SACCO. Industry, Trade and Cooperatives Cabinet Secretary Edan Mohamed is now cautioning directors who are hoping to misuse SACCO members' savings and urges members to be vigilant.
We will not relent and leave it to chance the issue of making sure that the governance standards, the level of audits within the SACCOs would be at the highest.
1972, and from 1972 to 2009, the SACCO total assets were 3 billion Kenya shillings. And from 2009 to last year, end of last year, the total assets were, according to the audited report, were 15.6 billion Kenya shillings. And currently, half a year, The SACCO, we have registered now 17.3 billion Kenya shillings, and our projection of this year, we should be closing the year with around 19.5 billion up to 20 billion Kenya shillings.
Kenya Police SACCO is regulated by SASRA, the SACCO Regulated Authority of Kenya. And we've been licensed now for the last 4 years, from 2010. Even this year we are licensed because we have met all our regulated requirements. The basic one being the core capital, which requirement is SACCO to be licensed must be at 10%. Police SACCO we've been able to pull that. And currently we are doing 20%. Also growing very high, very fast. And what I can remember is that many of the vision in terms of how I want the SACCO to grow and even improve the lives of the membership in terms of socially and also economically. I've seen that happen.
168 housing units, all ready for members of the Shell Staff Investment and Thrift Society Limited, also known as Cooplag, at the Cooplag Gardens Estate, Lafiaji, Lekki in Lagos. The president of Cooplag speaks on the facilities in the estate, which includes a football pitch, volleyball court, lawn tennis court, swimming pool, gymnasium, clubhouse, creche, mini supermarket, and meeting rooms.
We want our members to live in a cozy environment. We're from the hustle and bustle of Lagos, so I haven't worked so hard through the day. When you come home, you should feel relaxed, have a well-ventilated environment, away from traffic or noise. And above all, even when you retire, you can settle in here.
Karibu sana on the show.
Thank you, Nancy.
Give us an overview of Safaricom Investment Cooperative. We hear so much about you, and we don't have the nitty-gritties of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
We were formed in 2009, and we have 4 main pillars that guide our operations, which are real estate. And in real estate, we are selling plots, subdivided. We are also doing service plots, and we are offering developed units for sale. We are also having the pillar of private equity, in which we are looking to partner with establishments that are growing and are looking for that kind of partnership. We also have the area of agribusiness, and in this area we are participating as a farmer, and we are also empowering those who are looking to go into farming. In the agribusiness space, we are offering fully serviced farmland, and this comes with a greenhouse and open piping. We'll be providing agribusiness advisory services, and we'll also be sourcing for the markets, which then makes it very convenient for the farmer to, operate in that particular space. And we find that this is a very novel offering that we have.
Where is the land and how big are the plots?
The location of this particular project is Ildamat area of Kajiado, which is ideal for farming. And the additional features that we'll be providing within the scheme includes water and a boundary fence and all things that would make farming viable. We are offering half-acre and 1-acre portions, and the entire scheme is 80 acres. So there's quite a bit to go around.
And who are your members, and how can I become a member?
The membership comprises of Safaricom staff, current and former, and the public at large. And how one becomes a member is by buying shares into the establishment. So we have different categories of membership. We have individuals, we have investment groups, we have small and medium-sized cooperatives. All those form part of the membership.
Let's talk about the real estate sector. Where are you playing at the moment?
That is an exciting area for me, because we are playing in various spaces within that particular sector. We are in the business of buying, subdividing and selling land, and we are also now in the space of developing the properties that we offer. So we are trying to cater to a spectrum of needs within the real estate sector.
Which plots are available and where are they located?
We have plots across the country. The examples of the locations where we are present are in Kajiado County, we are present in Machakos County, we are in Siaya, we are in Narok, we are in Kilifi, and we are still exploring other locations within the country.
What about the developments that you're doing at the moment? Where are they and what are you offering Kenyans?
We have various housing projects that we are currently working on, the first of which is the Bluebell Gardens. This is a set of apartments, 300 in total, which has been delivered in 2 phases. We have completed phase 1 and we are soon starting on phase 2. We also have another set of apartments in Ruaka. These are 54 in number. These are all 2-bedroom size. We have standalone units in Rongai. We also have another set of standalone units that we'll be starting to work on in Ololua. So there's a whole array of units that we have on offer.
Knowing today's market, and we have so many good properties around. Wherever you drive, you find them. What makes Safaricom Investment Cooperative Project special or stand out?
We pride ourselves to catering to different needs. So if you see the price range, it speaks to that fact that we'll be looking at those who can afford not so much, as well as those who are looking to the detail. Now, our projects, for one, are quality. And how we achieve the quality is by working with professionals. So we'll find that in each and every of our projects, we'll have the architects and the team and his team of professionals. And we'll also have a project manager who gives a second level, sort of overview to the projects. And in this way, we are able to ensure that quality is delivered.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair.